in this first section here, and it's just going to get like the basics of it. We're not going to have a ball to start with, and it's just, if someone wants to help me, they can help me. You're going to be the attacker, and I'm going to be the defender.
I'm a little bit bigger than Adam.
Yeah. And jockey, you just got to like get down low, and you've got to like step back like that. Don't crush your legs over because you'll be off balance. And as you're going down, just like change directions as if he has a ball. Get it?
Yep.
Alright, do you want to get pairs?
Go. Are we attacking that way?
No, this way.
Okay.
Okay, go now, go inside.
You got this one.
Alright, and now change things and go back.
Okay, good intro. Good objectives of the session. I think defending is a little bit more technical, obviously, than just sort of passing or the very basic elements of the game. So I like that. It's different, and again, it's that ability to then engage the group because what you're doing is different and engaging. Good knowledge. I think a really good sort of demo with Adam. But I thought maybe you could have put a little bit more detail into the jockeying and just maybe given a little bit more reinforcement to what you're asking the guys to do. Stuff about not crossing the legs was very good and getting low, but it just needed maybe a little bit more reinforcement and just to command it maybe slightly, because obviously they are such key elements in the defending. But starting without the ball is good. Naturally progressive now to work with the ball, encouraging the guys to get down low. Maybe at this point we could have maybe just looked at one or two people with regard to their technique, trying to ensure they're not square on, trying to get side on a little bit. And from that point of view, maybe we could have looked to maybe affect one or two individuals with regard to what we're seeing. But the premise of what you're doing is different and is interesting, and I think you've certainly got the group engaged. So it's certainly a very, very strong starting point. Just think about those little elements where you could go in and affect someone with regard to their positioning, or are they a little too upright, those kind of aspects, any of the feet being crossed over. Key things that you've talked about in your introduction and this part of the drill. Are there any things that maybe you could introduce?
You guys are the attackers, and what you're going to do is you're going to dribble the ball up to the orange cone at the end, yeah, and you're going to come into this side, and you as the defenders are going to run up to the red line. You're going to come into the zone as well. You're going to jump your back all the way over to this white line. Okay, so if you want to do a demonstration, just run up.
Good, so we've got one or two little points there, trying to get down a little bit lower. And you've introduced this section well. Again, clear voice, well spoken in terms of the way your tone and your volume is very good. But in the period of time that these guys are returning, so that's maybe 5 or 6 seconds from the point where they get together and meet at this secondary point, there's now probably 5, 6, 7 seconds of them obviously working on the technique. I would be hoping at this point you would be offering something with regard to their positioning from a defensive point of view. And again, reinforcing good things. So, you know, Matt Williams there was good low balls of his feet. You know, turning from side to side, not becoming square on. So those kind of aspects they're looking to reinforce. So just a little bit more involvement with the individual partnerships as they come back on the grid, I think is something worth considering.
Teach you one day, Crypty. Yeah. Beat Matt, he's rubbish, he's not even fast. Oh! Megan!
That's it. Situation.
Yeah, I need to try and get some more. Oh, see you later. My thing.
think maybe the time lag now is being a little too long, so we need to move on. Maybe a minute or two before, and within what we're doing, I think we need to be looking to affect players more, or within the period that you're working at, you know that you're going to layer 3 or 4 bits in. So the first thing you're going to talk about maybe your body position, then you may talk about trying to force them onto their weaker foot, you know, and then they go back and have a go at doing that, and then they go, you know, 3 or 4 little breakdowns of points over this period would be okay. But to run it flat like this without any real input, and I think without any real encouragement as well, when things are done well, be it the jockeying or a piece of good skill even, something needs to be reviewed and then obviously reflected upon. Again, really good drill. The idea of it, slightly competitive nature, but it's safe and it's well organised, which is obviously very important when you're making something a little more competitive. But I think just that missing link was the ability to then affect individuals and layer in those coaching points.
If you're flat-footed and they go past you, it's harder to turn, and you'll be more like ready to go. And always keep like crouched